Greetings, 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 greetings. We are here again. I am your host tonight, Chantel Sierra de Shakim, coming to you live from the TikTok studio, waiting for someone to come into the space, all right? We are here again. It is January the 6th. We are doing it again on my journey to going live 365 days in this year. I have a little runny nose, but I'm here nonetheless. So how are we doing tonight? I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to come into the space. Come into the space. Come into the room, the upper room. We're adjusting our crowns in the process. We are coming into this new day, or ending this new day, feeling good, feeling accomplished, feeling like there was some things done that put me in alignment with growing, glowing, and flowing as I'm embodying the whole essence of I am. This is my time to shine. This is my time to do the things I've always wanted to do and be who I've truly been called to be. Your holistic self-care coach and your soul guide. So here we are looking for the Vibe Tribe, okay? Where y'all at? Are we here tonight? Giving a little bit of time to get people into the room, hoping that everybody is doing well today. Hoping this day met you with all the expectations and all the great things that you wanted to experience for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those of you who are joining. Come into the chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how you're doing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming into the room. Yes, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Happy Tuesday to you, perfectly made Kiki. I'm so happy. This is your second or third time coming into the live. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. So today, again, we're just talking about the day. And we're going to tap into the energy of today as well to just see what it has to offer. What's been going on with you? How was your day today? It's your third one. Okay. I appreciate the love. For sure. I'm tapping into my liked music, my medicine music. I'm a wild woman. You working. Okay. We got to do that. Them bills keep coming, right? I have really enjoyed sharing this time with my audience. I have really enjoyed coming on live and just doing something different, right? It takes bravery to come into this TikTok world. It really, really does. All right, we're going to get into this reading. The first card that comes out is Overflowing Love. And I like to call this card the Oshun energy. Full of love. Oshun. You know, she is the sweetness of life, the sweet energy, the good things that we get to experience. And it's followed by, boom, the Tower, okay? The surprises, the chaos. As we know, that is definitely something that is in the energy of today. You know, chaos, destruction, breaking down to rebuild. This is what we do. This is all a part of the life process. So we're going to meet it with love, though. We're going to meet it at our highest vibration, knowing that even in the midst of chaos, we can be the light. We can be the light. You can be the light. I can be the light. We all are the light. Followed by the Father of Fire. It came out yesterday. Taking leadership. Yeah. No matter what the world dishes out, we take the lead. And then we can, boom, again, see the miracles in motion. These are some familiar cards. And as you see, I am shaking them up. I'm shaking them up. I'm going to invite people into the live. I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to. We got 2 more cards. I'm going to look at them. But let's see if I can share this with some people and get them in the room. You know, I'm still learning this as I'm doing this live stuff. I'm not sure how to do it all. But the next card that came out, we had this one yesterday again. This energy is maintaining, bringing balance and harmony to our situations, and then receiving the manifestations. That is 4, 5, 6. That's 6 cards. We're going to go with one more because I like to do 7 cards. So as we embrace and embody love, we show up in the midst of chaos and destruction. That one just popped right on out. Well, it's 2 of them. Again, passions ignited. All right. And in the end, knowing boundaries. Okay. So we are starting in the great space of beginning to embrace our love for self, our love for our experiences, our love for the things we're creating in the midst of chaos, because we can be the light. We can be the light that shines in the darkness. You know, that's one of the mottos that came forth from my Sacred Woman journey. Be the light in the darkness. And then see your miracles in motion. That's how we see the miracles in motion, by continuing to be the light in the darkness and bringing balance and harmony to our situations. You know, it's very interesting to see how, you know, people respond different ways by different things. You know, some people get really taken back or set back by chaos and by things not going the way they expect them to go. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome into the call. But this is how passion is ignited. And when the flame begins to burn, it burns away the things that no longer serve, so we can have fertile ground to plant the things that we do. And it does take time. It does take time to begin to see your manifestations come true. It does take time for that. But this is where we have to begin to set those boundaries, right? Setting boundaries is very, very important to seeing your dreams come true. Setting intentions is also very important to seeing your dreams come true. So we are gonna, that was a little loud. We are gonna begin to see our miracles and see our miracles in motion when we get clear about what it is we want to see. So for me, this year is all about being seen. Here I am on TikTok Live, and also seeing my dreams come true as I embrace the queen within, hence the crown, and hence living aligned and crown. So we get an opportunity each and every day to make it better than the day before. Every day is a new opportunity, again, to make it better than the day before. You know, my day today has been just a typical day. I got up, I went to work, and then I was like looking forward to coming into this live. I was looking forward to coming in and sharing my gift, sharing what I enjoy, sharing the things that are fun to me, which is definitely tapping into my intuition, expanding my consciousness, and really beginning to walk it out in a way that I've never done before. You know, that song, Walk It Out. East side, walk it out. West side, walk it out. Hey, we gonna walk it out today, okay? So we've tapped into it. I'm gonna just see if I can come up with a story based on this, what I see in this energy of these cards. I see a lot of red, right? I see a lot of red here with chaos and destruction. I see a lot of red here with the Father of Fire, which is our leadership, taking lead. I see some more red here with our passions being ignited. I see more red here with our manifestation. And today, for me, is a red day. So as you see, I have on red. So the red is all about tapping into our I am, tapping into the essence of our root chakra, which is the energy center of our being, our seed of creation. What are we creating? What are we believing? What are we manifesting? This is what it's all about. And the cards say, start out with overflowing love. Love for yourself, love for everything that you want to experience, love for life in general, because we get to play with life. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be a challenge. It doesn't have to be seeing chaos and destruction as a negative thing. We could see it as a way of new beginnings, seeing an opportunity to take the lead, to see something different and begin to see our miracles in motion. So I'm going to show the cards again, and then I'm going to tap into what the author says about each card. So first we have overflowing love, the altar of water, followed by the deviant, chaos and destruction. Then we go into leadership, the father of air. Then we go to Mother God, manifestations in motion, to finding harmony and balance with the Father of water, and then into passion being ignited with the Father of fire. Then we go into the conjure woman, manifestation, and then the mother of air, making sure we set clear boundaries to what it is we are trying to manifest. So what is it that you're trying to manifest? Is there any goals, any dreams, any visions that you've been working with that you want to see come true? Hey, greetings, Gigi Mama. I'm thankful that you are on the call. I'm just sharing my gifts. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all. Share in the chat. What are you manifesting? What do you want to see in the midst of this chaos? We can fuel the fire by being able to shift the energy by sending out love. We send out love. We send out peace. Yes, the monks were just walking for peace, and I think they're still walking. They came through Atlanta this past weekend, and that walk for peace really, really made me feel good. It really made me feel like somebody is really walking it out, as I said today. They are walking it like they talk it, but monks don't talk very much. But in the same sense, their demonstration has been phenomenal, because that's something we don't see. We don't see people actively pursuing peace, peace in the midst of the storm, peace in the midst of chaos, peace in the midst of confusion and the unknown, but it can change when the collective consciousness begins to change. So let's tap into the book and see what these cards say from the book. This is my MO. This is what I do. I speak it, I say what I feel, and then I go to the book to see what the author actually meant by the words. And most often it always complements what I'm feeling and what I see. So it says, I trust the guidance of my heart. Really, again, going back to that heart and head coherence, making sure that they're in alignment, creating that equilibrium between what you feel and what you know. Because sometimes our mind can begin to go, and it will take us in places we don't really want to be. But we can go into our heart and say, you know what? What do I really want to feel? Or what is this teaching me about myself, about how I show up, about how I really view the world? Because the world is really a playground, and it is a school, and it teaches us things about ourselves. One thing I've learned in this walk is that it's never about anyone else. It's always about me. Some people can say that's being selfish, but it's really being self-full. Filling myself up with the things that I desire. And so must we. So must we all. Don't get caught up in the things that don't look like what you want to experience. Don't even talk about it, really, because what you speak about, you bring about. As the oracle messenger, my voice has been my tool. I speak out and I fix crowns in the process, as far as the table of talk, circle of sister table talks. But also, this has been something that I've learned to really use to my benefit. We can speak life or we can speak death, and I choose to speak life. Not to say that everything is always peaches and cream. Everything is not always peaches and cream, or rainbows and butterflies, but we can still see the rainbow. We can still embrace the butterfly and see every situation as an opportunity for us to expand our wings, expand our knowledge, expand our consciousness, and tap into the essence of God in us, God in the world. God is all there is, and good is all there is, if you equate that to God. So I try to look for those places, even in the darkness, even in the chaos, to bring that harmony and balance. Bring that harmony and balance, as we see here, into the now. And as you see in this card, it's like a lot of water. And water is about our emotions, right? Energy in motion. If you didn't know, energy and motion equates to our emotions. And the more we have emotion behind something, the more we experience it. So if you put energy in motion, or energy toward the lower vibrational experiences, you're going to get more of those. So begin to shift it into a higher frequency. Even if it's just, I choose not to think about that. I choose not to bring that into my experience. And even in that, you can begin to do the things you love to do, like I'm doing tonight. I'm just sitting in my space. I have this beautiful sacred space. I utilize gratitude so much that it really helps me to stay grounded. It helps me to stay balanced. It helps me to be able to do and see things from a different perspective, because really perspective is all there is. I was talking to one of my sisters earlier this week, and she was like, perspective is all there is, and it is always right. So whatever you view as your perspective, it's right, even if it's opposing to someone else's perspective, but it's right to you. So that's all that matters. Even me showing up, I've contemplated, like, am I really gonna make it? The ego in me is like, girl, you doing this, but is this truly what you want to do? I battle with myself a lot, but I've made an intention that as I do this, I will become more comfortable speaking in front of a camera, speaking in front of an audience, because I see myself doing that. I see myself speaking, I see myself teaching, I see myself really expanding on the books that I've written and sharing them with the community, the Vibes Tribe, that truly want and feel a vibrational pull to this energy. And it's really the same energy that's in you, the same thing that you can tap into, because it's available to all of us. It's an abundance of creative energy that we can tap into, and we have to take the lead. You're the leader of your life. You're the victor of your life. You can be the victor or you can be the victim. So when you begin to give your power away, you become the victim. But when you stand in the truth and leadership, like, what? You're entitled to your opinion, and so am I. And I choose X, Y, and Z. And when you can do that, you begin to see more and more of the things that you truly want to experience show up in your real life experience. As above, so below, so within, so without. So these are all parts of Hermetic principles, and I do talk about those in depth in my book, which will be available soon. I didn't check today, but it said like 72 hours, and it would be available for purchase on Amazon. But that book, I swear, I am tapping in and I'm going over it and I'm utilizing the tools for myself. And it's really helping me navigate my life experience. So again, tap, tap, tap in. Then we'll go into chaos and destruction, the deviant, and it is number 16. Some of these cards, this is what's interesting about the energy. As I pull cards and as I show up, it's like sometimes the messages come back again because they want to be experienced and they want me to be aware that, hey, yeah, this is an energy that is definitely present, but what are you doing with it? How are you navigating it? How are you creating boundaries in the midst of chaos? How are you manifesting the desires that you want? How are you igniting your passion to begin to do the things you want to do and say the things you want to say? So, yeah, I didn't start from the bottom. So I'm going to start from the bottom. I know I did read the love overflowing, but I'm going to go back and go from the bottom. Okay? Welcome, welcome, welcome into the call. Welcome into the space. We are just tapping into this love energy. I am love. Talking about that root chakra. I am. Whatever you follow, that's whatever words follow I am. So use them accordingly. That's what you are manifesting. I am whatever. So even when you are not feeling your best, when you are not feeling like everything is really going about the way you want them to go about, you have to really be mindful of what you speak, because what you speak is what you'll experience. So we're going to create some clear boundaries. Again, Mother of Air. And I see this as like the big mama, okay? The big mama always is there to get us in alignment, right? Get us on the right track, direct us and discipline us in a way of love, okay? So 35 says, I speak with clarity. So that's what I'm doing. I'm speaking with clarity. Okay? We've talked about being clear about what you want. And that is really what this year is about for me. Being clear about what I want and who I want to share this experience with. You have to understand that sometimes the people, the company you keep may not see your vision, may not see your overall expression as something they want to be a part of. So they're going to begin to talk against it. So you got to be aware of the company you keep, and then kind of know that there's a distance sometimes that you have to put between you and people who don't believe in your dreams, so that you can manifest. And you got to speak clearly. What do you expect? What will you tolerate? What will you allow to come into your space to help you manifest? On a positive note, who do I need to surround myself with in order to grow in a way that makes me feel good? Okay? So that's how we use boundaries. You use boundaries to help you navigate. And some things come up sometimes that don't feel good because it's wanting you to get back in alignment. So number 1 is the Conjure Woman, manifestation. And it says, I am a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. I am a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. In that space, I don't think it's mysterious because, well, it becomes mysterious when you don't know how it's going to happen. But it's really the visions that you see, you can manifest. So go ahead and do that. Attract it, magnetize it. And the way that we do it is by holding the vibration of it, doing the things that support it. Even in the little things, like me putting on this crown. I believe that I am a queen. I believe that I have royalty in my lineage. I believe that I was set up in a way that I can see all my dreams come true if only I believe. If only you believe. Ashe? Putting passion, igniting my passion by my beliefs, okay? And that is number 26. And as I see 26, that's my date of birth. I was born on the day of a 26, on the 26th day of March, okay? fire and desire, as we saw all this red. Fire and desire. So it says, I am going for it. So as I show up every single day, I'm going for it. And I encourage you too. Whatever you dream about, whatever you want, go for it. And I said yesterday, we talked about just do it, right? Just do it because you can. No one is stopping you. No one is holding you back but you. So just do it. This is your time to rise. This is your time to shine. This is your time to have everything that your heart desires. The world is our playground. In one of the cards in the Light Seers deck, it says, the world is your flourishing oyster. So you can crack it open, and you can be cracked open, and it may take you to the depths of hell, but understand, you only go there so that you can rise again. So we're getting clear, and we're going for it. And as we go for it, we're bringing harmony and balance into the situation. Harmony and balance, the yin and the yang, the light and the darkness, the within and the out. You know, there is a thing called polarity, and that's also a part of the Hermetic principles. Everything has a polarity, you know, or a correspondence. For everything, there's an equal and opposite reaction, but it's all the same energy. You know, we think about water, or I think about water, and how many different forms can water show up as? You know, but it's still water. You can have ice, you can have sleet, you can have snow, you can have flowing water, but it's all water. You know, it's just different degrees of it. And that again is where you bring the harmony and balance into the situation. And it is number 31. So number 31 says, I embrace my feelings and allow myself emotional harmony. Ooh, that one is good. Emotional harmony. You know, I often, most recently, have really had more anxious moments as I've stepped into this new path of the unknown, right? And I have to bring that emotional harmony to it, knowing that, you know, our body and our ego's first response is to keep us safe. So we can edging God out, I think that's what it says, or edging God on. So I'm edging God on. I'm letting the God in me show up and show out. We showing up and showing out, whether you know it or not. One way or another, it's going to get you. It's going to find you, you know, and we're going to bring balance to it. We're going to bring harmony to it. And we're going to begin to see miracles in motion. Because as y'all see what that says, Mother God. Mother God. For those of you who don't know, you know, God is a woman. If you don't know, now you know. Baby, baby. Okay? But either way, God is a man too. If it's a man who wants to embody that energy of God, we give them that permission as well. But for me, Mother God is who speaks. Ashe. So Mother God says, all things are possible. Ooh, as miracles are happening, as we're bringing them into our reality. Even me showing up on these TikTok lives is a miracle, because I remember at one time in my life, I couldn't even look at myself and begin to talk. I would get so nervous. I would be like, oh my God, what are people gonna, I began to judge myself by what I thought other people would think. So yeah, I've overcome that, but at the same time, I'm still working through it, because yeah, we do judge ourselves in a way that no one else would probably judge us. We are our worst critics. If you don't know, now you know. Again, baby, baby. We're adjusting our crown, and we're taking leadership. We're taking that our rightful place to begin to be the light in the darkness, or to begin to show up in a way that allows us to be seen, allows our gifts and talents to open doors that no one else can open, by trusting and believing that we are worthy. We are worthy of everything that we set our mind to and everything that we work to attain, because it is a process. It is a work, overcoming the shadow, overcoming the limiting beliefs, overcoming those things that keep us stuck and stagnant. It takes work. We can say, oh, I don't like my job, or oh, I don't like how things are going, but are you actively taking action to change it? Because if you don't, you're going to continue to receive and experience more of those same situations. So this is where we have to take the leadership, taking the leadership to begin to move in the direction that we want to go, to begin to do the things that we want to experience. How have you played with life? Have you done the things that make you happy? Have you allowed emotional intelligence to really settle in and really tap into, how does some things make me feel? And if they don't make you feel good, stop doing them. As simple as that. Do something else. There's unlimited possibilities. So many things in this universe that we get to enjoy. So go for that. Go for doing the things that you want. Go for doing the things that make you feel good. And don't give so much energy to the things that don't. And don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the comfortability of being uncomfortable. Please don't do that, because it doesn't help you grow, glow, or flow. Ashe? So then we will go into, where were we? Oh, we're going to go into leadership, number 36. Leadership says, I am a leader, not a follower. In the world, it does tell us to follow this way, go this way. This is the way, walk in it. But really, sometimes walking in the way of someone else's ideas or expectations is not what serves us, is not what feels good. So follow the feel good. Be a leader, not a follower. Because sometimes when you're a follower, you're going to follow right into this deviant energy. You're going to follow and find yourself in a tower moment, in a moment where everything is crumbling, everything is not aligning, and I'm hot. Okay? The fire is rising as we're talking about the tower, the inferno. Look, as you guys know, I have just really been embracing the inferno of the fire within me as I am coming into age of the wise woman grow. If you were hearing that at the beginning, wild woman grow. So chaos and destruction is what we will meet if we don't take the lead in our life. Okay, so number 16, chaos and destruction. It says, I'm ready. Ooh, that's good. So I'm ready for whatever comes, because I get to choose what happens next. You can either react or you can respond. Respond takes time to think about it. Like, okay, all this is going on. What do I want to do about it? How will I allow love, overflowing love, to come into that situation? Y'all, this is about too much sometimes, but I embrace and I digress. Okay, so overflowing love is number 27. 27. It says, it says, I trust the guidance of my heart. So again, going back to the feeling is the secret. The feeling gets the answer. The feeling is what brings about more of that experience. So the goal is to feel good, to do the things that feel good, and really understand that self-care is the best care. The more you take care of yourself, the more you are self-full, the more you fill your cup, the more you get more opportunities to experience more things that fill your cup. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to continue to take the lead. We're going to continue to allow our hearts to overflow in love and impact the world around us, even in the midst of chaos and destruction, because we are the leaders, not the followers. We are putting our miracles in motion by putting action behind our dreams, our visions, and our ideas. We are also bringing balance and harmony to our emotional intelligence, right? We are allowing collective consciousness to pour into us the things that we need so that we can ignite our passions, so that we can feel confident enough and worthy enough to see our dreams come true. And that is the manifestation. And in that place, we can create boundaries. Like, hey, if you're not aligning to what I'm creating, it's a no. It's a no for me. And that is our right. That is the position that we take when we sit on our thrones. That is the position that we take when we say, hey, this is what I desire. And if it's not aligning with it, if it's not allowing me to grow, glow, and flow, it don't get my time. Ashe, I'm going to play that song. I want y'all to hear just a little bit of it because it is my mantra. It is the song that I have been listening to starting last year, and they did a remix to it, and the remix is just as powerful because it's timeless. So here it is, and we're going to listen to it just a little bit. Then it's wasting my time. I'm in my lane, no room for distractions. Only keeping what adds to my satisfaction. Focus, I'm thriving, I'm on a new wave. This chapter I'm living is the vibe I crave. Does it help me grow? Does it help me shine? Does it keep my energy moving in line? If it don't, then it's a no from me. I'm protecting my glow and my peace, you see. I'm letting it go. Yeah, that's all I know. Does it help me? Does it help me? Does it keep my energy moving in line? If it don't, then it's a no from me. I'm protecting my glow and my peace, you see. I hope y'all jamming. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Help me grow, I don't need it. If it don't help me grow, I don't see it. If it don't help me flow, let it go. This season of life, baby, it's all about the know, about the know. All right, it's the season of light and it's all about the no. So understand, we get to choose it. And one thing that I really also love to do to help me move my energy, and this is a tool that I will give you tonight as well, is that, when you feel stuck and stagnant, The only thing that you can do sometimes is breathe, right? Get in touch with your breath. Take some deep breaths in. Take some time to get up and move, move your body. Play your favorite song and dance, because that will help move that energy. That will help get you moving. That will help you release, because we do hold energy sometimes when we don't process it. When we feel stuck, when we feel stagnant and it gets us stuck, you have to do something intentional. You have to do something intentional to move that energy. Baths have been my saving grace as well. If you don't have a bath, just steaming in a shower, getting that water really, really hot, allowing yourself to sweat while you're in the shower, or even getting in a tub and just soaking and allowing those emotions to come up, because emotions are in the energy of water, or water is symbolic to emotions, and it's supposed to flow. It's not supposed to get stagnant. As we know, when water is stagnant and it gets stale, all the algae and all the stuff begins to just I don't know, get stuck there. So when we can get into some water and let it flow, even in our own energy, allowing that energy to flow, or processing it through our energy centers, which is our aritus, starting with your I am. Whatever feeling you are feeling, you start there. I am feeling whatever. And then you go up from the root to the sacral. So the sacral is really where you feel things, but it's also where the passion ignites. So that's where you can change it. I choose to feel this, and I want to create, or I will do, because your solar plexus is all about I can change that energy, or I can manifest this, or I will do this. And then you go into the heart space, because I love it, because I love to feel good. I love to feel light. I love to see my visions and dreams come true. And I speak that which I desire. I speak it from a place of first person with gratitude. I'm so thankful that I get to have this experience, and I get to choose how this experience is going to work out for me. I get to see my dreams of moving from this low vibrational energy into something different. And I see myself doing it. And then, even if it's a little thing, by getting up and moving, or getting up and going into a bath and allowing that energy to, diffuse into the water so that it can go down the drain. It's all symbolic. It's all very ritualistic. And I remember, even as thinking about the grandma energy, creating those boundaries, my grandma would always put us in the bath. If we was getting all out of whack, she'd be like, y'all need to go take a bath. Okay, so there's an energy of when you get into the tub, you can clean off all that dirtiness. You can clean off and release the things that no longer serve, so that you can grow, glow, and flow. And then when you know what it is you want, it makes it easier for that energy to move throughout your body. We are the temple. We are the mass. We are the cathedral. We are the temple of the Most High God. And God lives within us. We can speak things into life. We can bring things into form by our thoughts, by our emotions. Because the more you feel it, the more you're going to experience it. So understand that we have to be intentional. So this is what my journey this year is about: being intentional, seeing my dreams come true, and really living aligned and crowned, as the book I wrote most recently says. It says aligned and crowned, the wheel within the wheel. And the wheel is your will, your free will. You do, in fact, get to choose. It is destined, but it may take you lifetimes to get there. So I encourage you all to begin to tap into the source of God within you, not only in word, but in action. And then begin to see your dreams come true. I've been told that we want to get one more card for our Soul's Journey energy. We're going to go to the Soul's Journey as we close out for this positive affirmation to seal the deal of the reading that we had today. And we'll see what one card is going to send us on our way for today. Again, thank you for all the hearts, all the likes. Please, please, please tap in. Join my, fan club. Send me some love. You know, I am doing this challenge. Whoa. I am doing this challenge. These went all over the place. I had to pick them up off the floor, y'all. So 2 of them came out actually. So we're going to go with it. All right. The first card that came out was failure. Okay. I'm going to say without even reading it, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. So I will push on each and every day to complete these 365 days as long as I am able. You'll see me. I don't know what time I'll show up, but I will for sure show up unless there's an emergency and I'm truly unable to. But my intention is set to show up 365 days this year to share my gifts, share my talents, truly embrace the child in me, do something fun, hopefully inspire my audience, hopefully inspire you guys. So it says, from this standpoint, I said failure is not an option, but it says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. And that's what I said. You know, everything comes forth to teach us something, a lesson or a blessing. We can learn from everything, even in the low vibration, even in the chaos and the destruction. We have to see where it is and what it is we're learning from it. And the next one that came out was perseverance. Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going until you see your dreams come true. That's what I'll say from my own insight, just looking at the word perseverance, okay? But it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So again, this is a perfect way to bring it all to an end. I hope you all were inspired. I hope you got something out of the message for today. Again, like me on all of the social media platforms. Join my Good Vibes tribe. I have a Good Vibes network on Facebook and Instagram, and then I also have my Instagram page, Aries to Heart. But all of these lives that I'll be doing on TikTok, I will be putting on my Circle of Sister Table Talks and on YouTube. So if you didn't catch all of it and you want to go back and review it, I will be posting that tonight on my Circle of Sisters Table Talks on YouTube. So you can check it out anytime, and also subscribe there because I want to grow that page. This is the year to really begin to connect with like-minded individuals and just truly show up as my true authentic self, as I encourage you to do the same. It doesn't look like everyone else. It doesn't have to look like everyone else. We're not cookie cutters. We're not clones. But maybe there are some clones out here, but I'm not a clone. I am a true human being who is trying to really find herself in the midst of showing up doing the things that I love. So I encourage you all to do the same. This month we have a couple of things going on. I do want to put that out there as well. I am doing a grief support group. It will start tomorrow. Please, please, please tap in. Look at my website of Good Vibes Lounge LLC.com and register. It'll be a great time to get some more tools of navigating grief. I'm utilizing the things that I have used, and I created a great program that will really help you get grounded in your own emotional intelligence. So that's one thing that's going on this month for me. I'm also doing a cacao and conversation live event. So if you're in the metro Atlanta area and you want to meet me live and come vibe out with some candid conversation and some cacao, which is a natural chocolate plant medicine that opens our hearts. I'll also be serving hape, which is another plant medicine that I've been initiated to serve, to really decalcify our pineal glands, open our hearts even more, and ground us in the truth of who we are. This is a work, right? And sometimes we need extra medicine to help us do the work. So please, come in, tap in. Both of those events are on my Good Vibes Lounge LLC.com page for you to come out and join, be a part of this movement, be a part of the Good Vibes tribe. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you who showed up. Again, join my fan club on TikTok. I need to have five new followers. So please, if you haven't followed me already, please, please, please tap in. I welcome you into the space. I welcome you. I want to be able to bring some of you into the call so I can see your face and you can share your gifts, your talents, your passions, your purpose as well, because we all have a part to play. It's not truly me showing up and being true to myself, but it's also about my individual connections showing up, because we're all in this together. We are one. I'm just taking the lead to open the door. So if you ever want to join me on live, just say, tap me in, and I will bring you into the live so that you can share, that you can talk, and that we can dialogue in person. Because, you know, social media has been a beautiful way to show up, but it also is missing that personal connection. Although it is kind of personal, but I think a lot of us are losing that interaction of being in space with other people. And we need to be in space. We are created to hold space for one another. We are created to feel the energy of one another. Although energy is frequency and vibration, and it most certainly can be felt from these social media platforms, but it's another thing about being able to be held, to be hugged, to be witnessed in person. So I'm calling you guys out. I'm calling the Vibe Tribe out. I want to see you. I want to feel you. I want to be a part of what you are creating. I want to collaborate. So if you have your platform, if you have your work that you may need some added love and guidance, or even just another person to say, hey, you are worth it and you can do it, I'm your girl. So until next time, I am your soul sister, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Until next time, peace and love. Ashe.